It's January 23rd, 1983. Everybody is having a great time enjoying Super Bowl 17. The Redskins beat the Dolphins 27-17. Then the game ends. Silence. Then a flash appears on the TV and you hear the iconic intro for the A-Team TV series for the first time in your life. You watch with intrigue as the opening credits show you each character, but then one stands out the most. Boom! Mr. T kicks down the door wearing his legendary mohawk, draped in gold chains, gold rings, and of course, a beard. For me, Mr. T is the quintessential tough guy with a beard. His kick-ass, taking names persona had every young man in the 80s wishing they could be as cool as Mr. T. Cultural icons such as Mr. T were the foundation for setting the standard of what being a well-respected tough man was supposed to be for future characters. In 1987, the A-Team would subsequently air their final episode without reservations, leaving a void within the hearts of Mr. T fans alike. The world would have to wait another 6 years before we got our next iconic bearded protagonist, Chuck Norris. In 1993, Walker, Texas Ranger would release its first episode titled One Riot, One Ranger. Norris was not your run-of-the-mill Texas Ranger. He was skilled, not only in his ability to use a gun, but also in his ability to use his cowboy martial arts skills. Dude was basically Bruce Lee if he was a white bearded cop from Texas. Norris was universally loved for his over-the-top fight scenes, cheesy lines, and sarcastic quips during fight scenes.
My nose!
I'll fix it.
Despite the Texas Ranger TV series ending in 2001, with a movie adaptation in 2005, Chuck Norris dominated internet meme culture starting in the mid-2000s well into the 2010s. These memes would often depict Norris as invincible and a force so scary to be reckoned with, he almost seemed to exist outside of reality. Chuck Norris memes were littered everywhere with absurd lines such as, Chuck Norris has a grizzly bear carpet in his room. It's not dead, it's just afraid to move. Or, the flu has to get Chuck Norris shots every year. Even Family Guy got in on the fun, portraying Chuck Norris as a badass.
You know, they say Chuck Norris is so tough, there's no chin under his beard. There is only another fist.
That's ridiculous. Chuck Norris?
From 2001 up until the 2010s, strong bearded men dominated pop culture, whether it was on TV, in movies, or even in your community. Even the legendary firefighter mustache was a symbol of masculinity and male excellence.
I had a mustache and shaved, like I said, shaved it once since I was 19.
But with the culture rapidly changing and moving farther to the left, the tough bearded man archetype was dethroned by the soft, agreeable hipster with a beard that would be fully embraced within the culture around 2012.
Tested by crises that steeled our resolve and proved our resilience.
It's 2012. Barack Obama wins again, bringing hope to the country once more. Some of the top movies at the time are Django Unchained, Zero Dark 30, and The Amazing Bulk. There's a sense of unity among the nation, with the theory looming heavily within the atmosphere that this could be the year that the world ends. People aren't as divided. They just want to live like this is really the last year of their lives. Believe it or not, metaphorically speaking, the world did end, and the hipster movement was the meteor that wiped out proper masculinity within our society, thus destroying the natural balance of humanity.
You fools! You've messed with the natural order!
Defined by estrogen-laden craft beers, flannels, large beards, and lesbians with terrible tattoos wearing beanies, the hipster movement was a Trojan horse used to usher in an era of leftism that would drain the masculinity out of the culture despite hiding underneath a bearded appearance. This new breed of bearded men were created in spite of manly figures like Mr. T and Chuck Norris. Their entire mantra in life was telling everybody how cool they are This idea that they were so different from everybody else was covered by a thin veil of fake humility.
I'd say I'm more of an Etsy entrepreneur.
For every local shop they patroned, there was a stop at Starbucks. For every thrift store they thrifted at, there was a backlog of Amazon delivery orders. And for every cause that they championed,
Yeah, I'm blogging about the working conditions in China.
there was a deep-seated hatred for anyone that did not think like them. Bearded men of the past did not need to tell you how cool they were. They did not feel the need to virtue signal and display how against the grain they are.
No, I don't have a Facebook.
These bearded men of the past spoke with their actions, with pure strength, stoicism, and their own unique personalities. This cultural power dynamic shift from the strong bearded man to the strong independent woman was the final nail in the coffin of big beard supremacy, reigning in an era of activism that would deem masculinity toxic, an era that tells boys that they can be girls, and an era of ultra-weak bearded men that would help propagate the idea that men are inherently evil. It is now 2026. We are full swing into a political era of divisiveness we have never seen before as a country. Nobody goes to the movies anymore. Nobody has anything in common. And some of the most prominent influencers on the left are guys like Dean Withers and Harry Sisson. The right has guys like Clavicular and Matt Walsh. During the 2024 elections, the Democrat Party humorously struggled to get young men to vote for Kamala Harris. They pulled out all the stops. They trotted out Dean Withers.
In telling me that I vape, Cody, I need you to hear me when I say this. I don't vape. And the fact that you would perceive me as a person that would vape, that would smoke the nicotine, it honestly, it makes me disheartened in the way that I'm presenting myself to my community.
And Harry Sisson.
Well, folks, I gotta be honest with you, this was not a video I was expecting to make today, but late last night, Donald Trump, the president of the United States, unfortunately, decided to attack me on social media.
Two beardless, effeminate men who have podcast after podcast shilling for the Democrat Party. On the other side of the spectrum, a man who goes by the nickname Clavicular has been gaining notoriety online.
I've been bone smashing for about 2 years, and I have gotten improvements. I used to have flat zygotes pretty much, but bone smash for about 2 years from this point, pretty much every day consistently, and now I'm got some tissue.
He is an example of what happens when both sides fail to clearly define what masculinity is and replace it with nothing more than an obsession with your own looks. His beardless baby face with an extremely strong jawline and muscular frame has become the new look of masculinity in today's culture. This trend of looks maxing isn't inherently bad for you. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look good as a man. Where the problem begins is when it becomes an obsession that takes over your life and ruins your health. We need more men with strong American values to be on the forefront, teaching the next generation of men what it takes to take on the world. How self-control is king, and discipline and integrity are always worth fighting for. And most importantly, take major pride in your beard. It is your greatest source of strength. Hey everybody, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching all the way through. I put a lot of time and work into this video, and it's not my usual video. I wanted to do something different. I've always wanted to do a video essay where I write a script and take time to really edit and make it as unique as I possibly can. Please help your boy out. Get this into the algorithm. Leave a like, leave a comment telling me what your favorite part was, or leave a comment telling me where I can improve. All criticism is always welcome. It's always about getting better than the last time. Again, thank you so much for staying until the end. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Sayonara.